So, hi everyone. Today we will talk about debugging slash enhancing ZAP Proxy's add-ons. So generally people ask about how to debug those add-ons. So today we will look at that. So today my setup looks like this. We have taken an add-on of ZAP Proxy called JWT add-on, which used to find vulnerabilities in the JWT based applications, or maybe you can say JWT request responses. We have also taken a vulnerable app called a WASP vulnerable app, which is actually vulnerable to a list of JWT based vulnerabilities. So let's get started. Okay, so first we will be cloning the WASP ZAP Proxy project. So we'll say git clone the project, and yeah, so I think this is running. So separately we will also clone the ZWT add-on. So we will go back here. So this is the JWT add-on. So we'll go here and we'll clone this as well. And apart from this, we will also clone the vulnerable app project. So we'll go to vulnerable app. We will clone this as well. So ZAProxy's project is pretty big. So it takes longer to clone, though other two projects are all done. So we'll go to this project and we'll also go in this project as well. Okay, so apart from these three projects, which is WASP ZAP JWT add-on, ZAP Proxy, and Vulnerable App, we also need to clone the ZAP Extension project. So now why we need to clone this is because the ZAP Extension project contains few mandatory add-ons which are required to start ZAP Proxy. So we'll clone this project, and after cloning it, we just need to copy those mandatory projects into the copy those mandatory projects, mandatory add-ons to the ZAP Proxy, and then once we start ZAP Proxy, it will successfully run. Now, let's start the WASP vulnerable app. So in order to start it, we need Docker. So I already have installed the Docker desktop on my machine, and it's running. So now I just need to run as Docker compose up, and it will start this vulnerable app project, which is a vulnerable application. So I can navigate to my browser and I can go to localhost, and you can see that this project is running. We have a JWT vulnerability as well. So we are today looking at level 7 JWT vulnerable application, which is vulnerable to none algorithm attacks. So okay, perfect. So we have successfully cloned the ZAP extension project. So we'll go to ZAP extension project and we will run the command, which is gradle copy mandatory add-ons. So this will copy these mandatory add-ons to the ZAP Proxy project. So once this is successful, so this is successful. Now we can start ZAP Proxy project, but before starting that, we will also go to the project, which is a WASP ZAP JWT add-on, which we are going to test, or we are going to debug. So here what we'll do is we will build this project, and once built, you can find the add-on present in here, which is JWT alpha. This is the built package, which we are going to install in the ZAP Proxy. Yeah, so now let's start ZAP Proxy. So this command will start the ZAP Proxy, where it will start listening at 5005 port, and we will attach our IDE on that port. So let's get started. As we see that this has started listening on 5005 port, we'll go to IDE. I have already imported the WASP ZAP ZWT add-on, and what we'll do is we will run this project. So we will run this debug attach, and actually, as in when we attach, that process has moved ahead, and and we see that ZAP Proxy is UI came in. So yeah, so beautiful UI we have. Now in this we can actually do a lot of things. So let's look at how to install that package of this package, how to install this package. So in order to install this package, what we need to do is we need to go to ZAProxy. We'll go to file here, and then we'll go to load add-on file. And what we can do is we will go to open source, as we already talked. We'll go here to this add-on inside the build folder in the ZAP add-on, and then bin, and then we have this, and we'll open it. So this will install it, and we'll say okay, yes, install it. So this is installed. Now what we will do is, so ZAP Proxy comes in with its own browser, so which is this browser. So as in when we click on this, it will start this browser. And if we go on the same local host, we'll see that this particular vulnerable app, which we have initially started, is also there. Now we'll go to level 7, and what we'll do is we'll click on OK, click to fetch JWT token, and then click verify. Now what we want to find is there a vulnerability in the JWT library, right? So there is a library behind library, or you can say there is some code that's being written which generates this JWT token. Now what we are trying to do is we are trying to give the malicious JWTs and try to find out whether the backend actually verifies or successfully verifies it or not. Now if we go here, we'll just go to this level 7, and we'll see the request. So this is the request for level 7. This is to fetch the JWT, and this is for verifying that JWT. So what we can do is we are going to attack this using JWT add-on, and we are also having our project running. So what I can do is I can put some few breakpoints. So let's see, we will add the breakpoints somewhere here, and then also in the scan method. So if these hit successfully, which means that our project is actually running in the debug mode perfectly fine. So let's go here, and what we'll do is we'll say attack, and we'll go to here and we'll say active scan. So what we'll do is we will click on advanced options. We'll go to input vectors, and what we want is to manipulate everything. So initially it just manipulates few variables, but we want even it to manipulate the post data if there's a post call, or there's an HTTP header, manipulate it, if there is a cookie, manipulate it, and few other things, right? So what we can do is we can just run start scan, and once we started this scan, right, it's already running here. If our project is running, right, then we should get a debug point or a debugger on our project. So we will hit one of these debug points. So let's see if we are going to hit. No, we didn't. We were not able to hit it. So which means that there should be, maybe the project is not installed. Maybe that might be the case. So what we can do is how to figure out if our project is installed or not. So we can go here to this, and we can search here JWT, and seems like it is not being installed. Maybe because there is some project which, so there is a dependency or something which has caused it to not being installed. So what we can do is we'll go here somewhere here, yes, and what we'll do is we will see, okay, in the marketplace, okay, sorry, is in the installed apps, do we find JWT here? Yes, there is, but there is a small, this is showing, which may be suggesting that fuzzer add-on is not there. So what we can do is we'll go to marketplace and we'll say, okay, install all. That will also install the fuzzer add-on. We can just install the fuzzer this add-on, but we are installing all the other add-ons. So let's see. So it's already installed, and now what we can do is we'll just close it and now retry this. So we'll go to this and then active scan, and now we should be able to find our hopefully we should be able to find our project here now. I think it should be there. If it is not there, which means some problem is there. Yeah, it should be there. What we can do is, maybe there might be some issue or something. We can maybe again install it. Yes, so it's installed. Hopefully now we should see it here. So we can go to miscellaneous and we can search for JWT, which somehow is not here. Why? Maybe let's restart our ZAP. Let's restart it. Sometimes there are some issues or something. So let's restart it. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll go back to ZAProxy and we will rerun this. And now we'll come here to our project and we'll say, okay, go ahead and debug attach. So we can again see this beautiful UI of WASP app. We'll go here to browser. We'll say, okay, localhost. We are here. Go to JWT. Go to level 7. Say click here. Verify. Let's see if we get that. Hopefully. Yes, it is there. So what we'll do is, okay, what we can do is let's start the scan. Yes, so we get this debug point and now it's as simple as going through it and then maybe clicking on these and then just it will keep on. So maybe it's attached and we can just skip some few breakpoints and we'll say, okay, I think we have skipped all of them and it has found alerts and the alert is the HTTP only site. Okay, it hasn't find the JWT based attack. Let's see why. Oh, okay, so we forgot to make these, so we will enable all of them. Actually, okay, wait, so let me give a little more context. So if we go here, we go to the request, we'll see that this is part of the authorization header and maybe we haven't enabled the header based setup. So we'll go here, we'll say, okay, maybe we'll say HTTP headers and then also cookies, we are enabling it. And now we'll do start scanning. And now it should certainly hit our breakpoints and it should certainly find the none attack. Let's see. Till now nothing found and we are getting here, right? I'm just passing out, like I'm going through, skipping these breakpoints. I have skipped all the breakpoints and let's go here and find, okay, so it has found this none hashing algorithm attack successfully. And we can find that even this was a valid JWT. So if we go to jwt.io, made this, you can find the algorithm as none and it has found this, that this is also getting successful result. So that's what this attack is about. Okay, so that's how we can debug these add-ons. Sometimes we had a small glitch, but I think we have solved it. There are better ways to do this also. There are other ways to do it also. I would not say better, but yeah, this is how I have debugged a lot of add-ons, and I have written these add-ons, some of them. Yeah, thank you.